Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian. Today is December the 26th, 2015, day after Christmas. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas holiday. I'm going to be looking at the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index, or the RUT, if you will. This is a 5-year weekly chart. Each candlestick represents 1 week of trading activity, so you can see this past week, even though it was a holiday week, which we only had trading through Thursday, and Thursday was a half day. In any event, you can see that it was an up week. So the main thing I want to show you about this particular chart here is that you have been consolidating for the past couple of years. Basically going back to 14, you can see that for the past year there, you didn't do anything but go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and right back where you started, where you ended. So there's nothing here to see a trend in. It's just sideways moving activity. Then you get a little move to the upside here. It's not sustainable, and it comes right back down into that same continuation of the sideways moving activity. That's all we're seeing right here, okay? This is important to note because it has to do with trend, and the trend is the most important element when you're looking at a chart. So it's the first thing we look at when we're looking at the longer term weekly, 5-year weekly chart. We look at the actual price activity by glancing at the 50 period moving average and the 200 period moving average. If the 50 period moving average, this blue line, is above the 200 period moving average, this red line, then you're in a bullish uptrend. It means that short-term price activity is actually higher than a longer-term price activity, and that's what we see here. We have a high point here, a low point here, a higher high here, a higher low here, and so forth and so on, okay? Now, what we're seeing right now for the past couple of years, like I said, is just sideways consolidation. We do that between one of two situations. Either we've peaked and we're starting to roll over and we're going to go into a bear market, or, and this is what I think, we're actually consolidating before moving even higher. And that's important to take note of. Here you had a little bit of that high point here, sell off to a low point, and you come up and you test that previous high, you test it again, and all you're doing is just consolidating, finding this range right here. And after that range has been found and we have consolidated for a bit, we break out and move to the upside. That's what's happening right here all over again. We have the high point here, 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 and here, and all you're doing is just moving like that sideways. We can use this low point here and this one here, or these little ones right here, doesn't really matter. Let's do this, okay? And you can see that all we're doing is consolidating, moving sideways before breaking out to the upside. This here, you'll notice that didn't actually sustain it. It did break out and then it pulled back down below that. That's quite common. You'll see that happen sometimes. The thing to note about this is whenever that happens, it tells you a couple things. Number one, it tells you the intention of the market is to move actually higher. That's what they tried to do here. It didn't work. Now they can try it again, and I expect that it will work. Why? Because your time is better. You're pulled back closer to that 200 period moving average. You had not done that at this point. You had all this distance still to go. Now we're much, much closer to that. I think you're coming to the end of your period before you actually break out. So I'd be a buyer here, and here's another way to look at that. What I would do is I'd look at this chart activity, and I would look at any trading activity below the 50 period moving average and at that 200 period as an opportunity. Had you been a buyer here, 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 all of that is going to turn out being positive for bulls as long as your bullish uptrend remains intact. And all the charts I've shown you for the past few weeks, you can go back and watch those. They've all been showing the same thing, consolidation before a breakout move higher. And so all this is going to be bullish. We like that. On top of that, whenever you're looking at your consolidation pattern, the longer that pattern goes on, the more powerful it is. Okay, so when you do break out of it, you're going to go that much higher. So this has been a very good one. It's been going on for a couple of years. And this is something that I would look for as very, very bullish. When we do break out to the upside, it's going to be a big move. Another thing that you can look at, usually if you're looking at a two-step move, it's going to be the first leg to the upside, consolidation followed by the second leg, and the second leg is equal to the first leg. So you look at that distance and you say, okay, I'm going to measure this out, add it up here, and that's how far we got to go. So anyway, the overall condition here is still very bullish. I would be looking for long opportunities.